All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 8 of our Hutan Pantai series. I am just getting spun around here. I'm going to get some fuel in this tractor real quick, and I'll kind of give you a little recap of where we're at right now. Yes, I want some diesel in there. Okay, so we are in June now. At the end of the last episode, we had just finished planting all our rice fields in April, and I just went through a couple months, and the only thing I really did was some contracts, and so we made about 40 grand. Yeah, about 40 grand in contracts. We could go look real quick here. Finances. Yeah, so I did 35, 30, and then like we had our normal expenses. We had to pay some wages. What do we got up here? Vehicle leasing, yeah, tractor leasing and all that stuff. This tractor leasing. But we got a bunch of contracts done. There was a bunch of really easy ones to do really close here, actually. It was like all through these fields, 35, 36, 37, like a bunch of hoeing contracts, a couple cultivating contracts over here, I think it was. Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Some pretty easy ones that got done. And I was just kind of tending to the rice fields while that was happening. So the only thing, like, I don't really know. I'm still kind of winging this here. The rice fields look good. They look really good, and I'm flooding them again. Yeah, I'll just let that running. So I'm flooding these fields again because every time I would come back to these pumps, it would tell me that my field, the water level was too low. I kind of thought once we flooded those fields and we planted them that like there was so much water in there that we would like um just have water in there up until they slowly dried out, and then we would have to empty them. But that doesn't seem to be the case. What seems to be the case is that like you fill it with water, and then once you sleep through a month, all that water dries up, which I guess makes more sense. Like that it wouldn't just stay as full for as long, that it would actually dry up and the plants would suck up the moisture. So that does make sense. So this is like our second month. So obviously we planted in April. Let's make sure this one's fired up. Okay, planted in April, and then when I got into May, I had to flood them while I was doing contracts, and then now we're in June and we had to flood them again. So I don't know after this month if we still have to flood them, but I'll just check. So what I want to do right now though is we got to take this corn off and get it sold. We're gonna take it to the grain elevator. I'll probably have to do a couple trips here because this truck doesn't hold that much. I could get a trailer, I guess, but by the time I run and pick up a trailer, I probably could have ran it down a load, and then what? We'll run and do a load with the trailer. It's probably close to the same time. However, let's just check. Yeah, we got to get to the grain elevator. It doesn't really matter which way we go then. I thought maybe there was a faster way through the kind of the backside of the farm there. Let's get this guy wound right up. But that's what we got going on. So we got 220 grand, which is awesome. Do I go? I guess you could go this way, it doesn't matter. We got 220 grand. We sell off all this corn. I think we'll get about 20 grand for it when it's all said and done. I think. So that'll put us over our 240 grand mark where we could buy our production facility. The only thing that I think I'm going to do is just slowly kind of wait, and I'll wait and do it after this year's canola and rice harvest. I think will kind of be a good plan, just in case something comes up good in the stores. Should I dip down? I think I should probably go down this way. Yeah, just in case something good comes up in the stores that maybe we need to buy, or I don't really know. There's not lots of contracts that we can do in the winter, usually. Usually winters are pretty slow for the contracts, so if we kind of do the production facility, set it, and kind of make that part of a winter project, that way we can have all the oil and stuff made and ready to go for in the springtime, which we're probably going to have to sell in the spring if I had to imagine. I can't remember exactly. We'll have to go check and see That's crazy. It's a cool ship. We'll have to go check and see when's the best time to sell both rice oil and the canola oil. It's a pretty detailed map. Like they did a pretty good job on this map. There's quite a few rocks on this map, which I kind of hate because I'm running into them all the time. But the detail and kind of the elements of this map is pretty cool, I would say. Pretty freaking cool. But yeah, that's kind of what we got going on for today. We're going to, yeah, we got 10,500 for that load. So we should get that. We should have another load there for sure. 10,500 for that. But yeah, today we're gonna obviously get the corn sold. I'm gonna go, once the corn is sold, I'm just gonna check and see if there's any contracts. If there isn't, then I'm just gonna sleep through another month, go check a few things out. Okay, can we go this way? Yeah, this seems like a good little way. There we go. I had to get my mouse set up there for a second. We'll get the corn sold off. We'll get kind of growing through these months a little bit, and hopefully we can get up into the point where we're harvesting some oats. If there's nothing really good in the store and there's not too many good contracts, then we're just gonna kind of skip through and get to oat harvesting. But definitely want to get some more contracts done. I kind of want to go do at least one, maybe not, I don't want to say a weird contract, but maybe if they've got like a baling one or something like that kicking out there. It's not really the season for... Actually, this barley up back here is ready to harvest. That's the only other thing I toy with. God, I go back and forth, is buying another field. Seeing if we could get one more field for the fall, because that's when we can plant our canola. But because like we could buy this barley field, harvest it right now. We don't have a baler. I mean, I guess we could rent a baler and we could bale some straw and we could just go sell all that stuff off and then have that field as well. But our rice fields look good. I can't really remember last year if we noticed dead spots this early in the growth cycles. I can't really remember, but so far they look good. I just don't know if I have to flood them next month. I don't know. We'll get it figured out. Okay, so this is a smaller load. Almost 6,900 liters. Okay, I'm gonna run down to the grain elevator and drop this off. I'll bring you guys back. I'll bring you guys back once that's done and we're back at the farm. Okay, team, we're back up at the farm here. I got back up after we did that last corn run. I just kind of looked at everything, checked out the contracts. There wasn't really anything that was speaking to me, if that makes any sense. What I did is I slept through a month. We're into July now. I'm just out here checking these pumps. So I think now at this point, I'm just going to roll with this because I don't really know any different. But I think these fields are just like good to go for the rest of their like growing, if that makes sense. I don't think I got to water them anymore. I'm just checking this one because before when I first planted these and then like got into the first few growing stages, I would come in here, there'd be like a little notice saying that the water levels were too low. It's like a little hazard symbol, blah blah blah. That's not on there anymore, so I'm gonna roll with it that these are good to go. I think at least. We'll figure out in the fall when we go to harvest it, but I mean they look good. Like I say, I can't remember last time if I had any weird dead spots because I wasn't like if I noticeably knew it right now. I kind of think I did. I think I was like looking at it going like there's like weird kind of like spotty spots on the on the field. But I'm just cruising down now cuz it looks like we got some fields to harvest. Yes indeed. Let's check out these fields. That's ready to harvest if I've ever seen, and this one should be as well. Oh yeah. Okay. That means we got a bunch of work to do. Oh, drive over the field a little bit. There we go. Oh, there's a little spot we don't gotta harvest. Jeez. Okay, so I'm gonna head back up then. And we'll get set up. We'll get set up with this harvester. We'll get everything kind of fired up. I don't know Part of me wants to get a trailer, like, really, 'cause that little truck's awesome. It is. But in the future, we're definitely going to need something. Well, no, you know what? We're not going to need nothing. Because, like, these fields are so close, and it, like, takes a while for the harvester to fill up. Like, to run up to these silos is, like, not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal at all. So let's back this guy in. Probably shut this guy down for a sec. Let's get this thing fired up. I gotta unpark this. Lift up the header. We got fuel? No, we don't got fuel. Someone parked it without fueling it up. That someone would have been me. Oh, that tree. Wonder if I can cut these trees down. I don't actually have a chainsaw. I'd have to go buy one. Might not be worth it. Alright, let's get some fuel in this bad boy. And then let's get down and we gotta start harvesting. Doesn't really matter what we harvest first. We might as well get those oats off that ground because then that way, once the canola field is being harvested, we can run across that oat field with the cultivators and kind of get it prepped. I want to get this slip tank there empty of fuel. Like, I want to use all the fuel that's in it, and then I'm going to move that slip tank so that it's in a better spot. I kind of placed it down quickly, and I wasn't really paying attention. I thought the fill-up point was on the front of it, but it's like on the side. Does that make sense? So I kind of want to move that around. That's not that big a deal. Yeah, like, I'm really toying with the idea of buying that other field. I'm gonna set a worker on this oat field real quick. And I think what I'm gonna do, let's get this open. AI worker, tone that down a little bit. Start with headlands. Yeah, sure, that'll be good. Yeah, like, a part of me is thinking this is 136 grand, like, it's empty right now. Well, we gotta plow it, so that doesn't really matter. I was kind of hoping something would grow on it and we could do, at least harvest it and get some cash from it, but that doesn't really matter. Because it's weird. Well, let me click on it now. No, we're not doing it. So I could buy this one, 140, but like we get all this, but like this field is so much bigger. I could eat this whole plot is 5 point some acres, but look at the size of the field. It's like almost friggin' half of what this guy is. 136,000. Like, I know the whole goal was to get to 240 so we could put down that production facility, but I don't really want to buy. This one's 130. I mean, we could get this one too. This is obviously a decent buy as well. But if we come here, there's potatoes on it. I don't really want to rent a potato harvester to get the potatoes off. This one's a really good one because there's barley on it. I mean, if we really wanted, we could bale the barley as well. We could rent a baler and do that. But this one has carrots on it. Plus, it's half a mil or like 420,000. That's just not going to be worth it for us. And this one's got sunflowers on it. Again, the field's a good thing. But basically what we would be doing is paying 275 for this small little field relative to, like, it's 11-acre parcel. But what are we going to do with all these trees? I don't really feel like cutting down a bunch of trees. So really the only options are these two or potentially this one. Again, 130. Soybeans on here. I mean, we could always harvest these soybeans. When do soybeans come off? October. Not really going to be smart though, because then we can't plant canola. So the only one that really makes sense if we're going to do it is, okay, here's the store. We'll come back to the store. Give me one sec here. We'll do a bunch of things while that harvester's going. If we're going to buy this one makes the most sense. There's nothing on it. We could just plant canola in the fall. Yeah, we got to plow it, but we'd have to plow basically probably any of these other fields too. Let's just jump into this and see how full this guy is. Okay, 25% on that fast. Let's jump into this unit, unpark it, and at least bring it down and go. So that's where my decision comes in. Is like, do we Do we buy that plot of land and then put canola on it this fall and just delay the production facility another like year? Another year. I almost think we do it. And I think we do it because we could set a worker to plow that field right now and it'll be good to go for when like these fields are harvested and we can just plant our canola on there. Bada boom, bada bing. Also, like when I first, what did I buy last time? I bought these two plots, right? And I was like, we got to get back to 240. And then just all of a sudden, like we were back up here. Like it really doesn't take that long with contracts. Because if we go through the contracts, there's this harvesting one we could go fight through, this one that we could go fight through. What do we got this? There's a baling one, 10 grand right there. The only baling ones that I would do is if with a square baler, just because I can continuously bale. I think we could make it back pretty quick. As much as I hate doing these harvesting ones, like if you went and did this, like we'd almost get double this money to do it. By the time we sell all the stuff, blah blah blah, you get quite a bit of money. So you'll almost get like 40 grand off this, almost. That'll be a little. That's gonna be a little different because we're in a easy economy mode out here. So if you're playing it, it might be a little bit different with your contracts. You might not be getting that like double. But that last time I did spinach, man, we made crazy money off of it after it was done. Because the production facility is 240. The only thing is that I don't know. Let's go like this. This is what we got, right? 150,000 liters. This really doesn't hold that much. For 60 grand and you get 150,000 liters of storage, that's actually crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. This should be way more than that. Like, look at these ones are 400. These are 200 for 80. Crazy. Because we could, but I guess even that being said, we got a lot of storage. We could wait to do this production. I'm just going to pull by this guy. Just go into the chute here and get some oats out of this guy while we got a chance. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that might be the best thing to do. Get that field. Because it's not really going to matter if we have to wait a little bit longer to do that production facility. Because we would be going down to like basically, we'd be back down to like 100K. Alright, let's run this up. Let's run this up. We'll dump this off. Maybe what we'll do is we'll get one of the tractors fired up and get the subsoiler hooked to it. We'll have to get that green tractor hooked up to the subsoiler, and then we can take him down and get him going plowing that field. I think that's what we should do, because we don't need any more equipment. That's one thing we definitely really don't need right now. We don't really need any more equipment. There's stuff that I would like to buy. So I could go store. Like, I wish we could buy this tractor, but we don't even need it. We don't even really need it is the thing on this farm. These fields aren't really that crazy that we need something like this. It would be nice to have a bigger tractor just to pull a bigger set of cultivators at the end of the year to clear off the fields, but we really don't need it. It's a good planter. Oh, you can do canola with this. Oh, interesting. Nice. That's pretty sweet. This tractor though, these Fendt 1000s, if you come into your large tractors, if you're playing this game, and this tractor is probably the best bang for your buck when it comes to large tractors. Like if you go through and you really look at the horsepower that you get for the price, this Fendt Vario 1000, if you go in here, you put the big engine in it, you're going to get 517 horse for 415 grand. There's no other tractor in here that even comes close to that for that pricing. Even this tractor, the max you can get, 435 horse. This one, 458, and you're paying 478 grand. This one, 458 horse. You're still paying almost the same price. And this one, you get like almost 100 more horse. Like, it's crazy. This one starts at 484, but if you want to get around that That's 539, so a little bit more, but you're paying 500 grand for it. Like this tractor, bang for your buck, where it comes to horsepower, is probably the best out of the large tractors. It's a really, really good deal. So that one's sitting in there for 240. It's crazy because you could put that big engine in it. Let's go see. 244. My bad. My bad. It's in there for 211. 244 for a 517 horsepower tractor. That's nuts. That is the deal of all deals, really, to come through the store. But we don't need it. We just want it. It's in the W category, you know, not the N category. What we need more than anything is crop. We need crop, and then we need a production facility, but we can still get by doing contracts. Legitimate things that we need. We probably need a good flat deck trailer eventually, so that we can haul all our pallets of oil and stuff to sell. That'll be something that we need. But other than that, we can get by with just about everything that we have. So, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to quit talking about it. I'm going to go to our farmland. I'm just going to buy this. And then I'm going to jump out. I'm going to get into this tractor. Fire it up. Let's go hook onto that subsoiler. Because worst case, even if we did run into some sort of a situation where we need some cash, we do have a lot of grain and stuff sitting in there that we could sell. Also, we can take a loan if we want. I've just been holding off because my rule with the loans of not being able to use AI workers, if I have a loan out, if I can avoid taking a loan, I'm going to. And really, it's not like we're losing out on any money, because like the grain that's sitting in those silos can be turned into oil at any time, and it'll be just as valuable in the future as it is right now, so it doesn't really matter too much. I'd rather be able to use AI workers than take out a loan and rush the production facility, that's for sure. Especially because we do have, like, we have all the equipment that we need, but if I'm being honest, like this subsoiler kind of sucks. It's a little too small. Like if I really had to do all of this field without setting an AI worker, like it would be a little bit mind-numbing, right? But if we can be doing other stuff while that's happening, that makes it a little bit better for me. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to get this, I'll get this oat field harvested, and then I'll bring you guys back once we're starting on the canola field. I'm just back here. We got the cornfield. Well, it was the original cornfield over there, but it was then oats after. We got that harvested all off. I'm just pulling this grain truck around here, and I'm going to kind of spin him around and hopefully park in a kind of strategic spot here. Hopefully that is. Thinking right about right there. Oh. Yeah, I'm just in the harvester here, and I'm gonna cut this canola field. The only other thing I did is I had set a worker to plow that field. Okay, so I got this field cultivated, good to go. I kind of set this worker to be cultivating this field while we were getting this one over here plowed. So now this one's plowed. It's actually fertilized 100%, which is awesome. So when we seed this with canola, we're gonna be just cooking with gas, really. So we're gonna cut this canola field, and then I've got, like I said, I got this guy waiting in the cultivator. He can just jump on this field basically right after. And will this field have any fertilizer? Well, no, it won't. Anyways, we will be good to go. So what I think I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna hop back in the combine. And I think what we'll do, I think we might as well do a little time lapse of me cutting this field. I'm just kind of getting everything set for the GPS, but yeah, I think it might be good. We'll do a little time lapse of me cutting this canola field. It's kind of a bigger one. But yeah, let's see how much canola we get off this field. I'll see you guys back here after the time lapse. just pulling back up over to the grain silos here. I'm hoping I can just dump right out of this unit. As long as I can kind of snake her in here good without doing that. Should work out, right? Am I gonna get stuck in these trees here? Survey says... Yeah. Good enough, not too bad. Okay, so this... Before we dumped out of this thing, we had 7,700 liters in the combine, and then that other little truck, like our little grain truck, it'll hold 7,600. So we had like 15,300-ish liters of canola off that field, which is pretty good. It's pretty good off that field. Because like when we get those other fields going, we're gonna have, you know, quite a bit of canola, which is awesome. Which is super, super awesome. Now we gotta grind our way back up to 250. I mean 240. I mean, like, what we could do, I could always just take the loan. I could take the loan for like 140 or whatever it would be, and just do that. But what I don't know. I always go back to, like, I'm not in a super rush to get the production facility going. Like, it's not like those silos are really running out of room. I think it'll hold 150,000 liters, and like we've got a bit of oats in there. I'm gonna move this over a little bit. So I don't really need to get that production facility going. I think it'd be more beneficial if I just don't take the loan, and I'll be able to, like, if I take the loan, let's shut this down and park it. If I take the loan and I'm not able to use AI workers, then I feel like being able to use AI workers will make us money faster than the production facility will. Like, until I really have all these massive fields rocking, yeah, I just don't think it's super worth it. But we got to get, you know, speaking of, we got to get a worker going on this field right now. We got to get this cultivated. Weeds growing. You don't tell me. Okay. Actually, what I'm gonna do is unpark this guy. Set, yeah, that can work there. And then let's walk over and grab this tractor. I'm gonna unpark this guy and we'll go drop this subsoiler off. Maybe give everything a little pressure wash here, I think could be a good idea. And then we'll have these fields sort of ready, but we're gonna have to be planting right away because I'm pretty sure we plant our canola in August, right? Yep, we're gonna be planting next month. So I'm gonna take this tractor up, because I get it pressure washed off, get the subsoiler put away, and then, yeah, we're gonna be planting next month. As soon as this field's cultivated, we will be, you know, sneaking ahead in time. And you think I'd be able to remember this right now? I'm just gonna pull up this hill real quick. Get up this hill real quick, and let's check. Yeah, that's right. We got to harvest our rice next month as well too. So harvest and plant. I always got to remember that we harvest and plant. And I'm just gonna check this real quick. We don't gotta like flood this field or anything weird. Doesn't even give me the option to, so must be good to go. Must be good to go. Alright, let's go pressure wash this thing. Get it cleaned up a little bit and store it away for the fall. Probably gonna have to do a mushroom haul a little bit as well too. I gotta get a trailer. I was hoping, oh, man, one did come through the store, and then I was like not paying attention, and I slept through one of the months, and I could have bought one for like 20 grand. So that's my mistake. This tractor's pretty good for us though. I don't really, I keep saying this, but the nice thing is that I don't really need to go buy anything other than probably a trailer. But that's, even to go rent one, it's like $1,000. So, I mean, you could rent that thing 20 times. Is it even worth buying it? I think I should probably just lease it and call it a day. That's my thoughts, maybe. Let's get this thing parked. Get this thing parked out of the way. Where do I want to put this thing? I guess we don't have the production facility down just yet. I could stick it on over here. Drop that off. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run into here. Let's get this guy fired up. We might as well pull him out, because it takes a little bit to drive this thing around. 7 miles an hour. Like, yeah, I don't really want to make... I'm hoping with the rice fields that we got now, we're not going to have to make too many more to really, like, have a good amount of rice to put into the production facility. Because driving this thing, I don't want to drive this thing super far distances. I want to kind of keep all the rice up here. The only other rice field I would maybe make is maybe that one. What field would that be? Maybe this one, field 29, but it's like 256,000. I don't know. I think we might just be maxed out for rice fields, and I'm just going to call that good, is kind of my thoughts, but we'll see how things go. You know how I can change my mind. But I think probably what we'll do, is we'll just end the episode there. I think I'm gonna just cut this episode off here. What I'll do is I'm just gonna kind of move some stuff around. I'll get that field cultivated and stuff and get prepped. And then next episode, what we'll be doing is we'll be harvesting some rice and planting our canola fields, which won't be too bad. We'll be able to set a worker down planting, and then we'll be able to just kind of be up here jumping around with the grain truck and with the little harvester and everything. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. I'm stoked though, because we'll get all that harvested if in the next episode, if there's some good contracts out. Like, this fertilizing contract's just such an easy one to go do. But if we got stuff like that, maybe we'll go do it. Baling's good, it just takes so much time. I'm only going to do baling contracts for square balers. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess we could bale this field up here. It's right by us. Not too sure. I'd rather just sleep through and get into the next month, so those contracts might not be there. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, or for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, I appreciate it. If you can, I always appreciate if you can smack that like button for me. Smack the old subscribe button if you're enjoying this series. You want to see more. I'm really excited because there is a new map that came out called New Frontier, and it's almost like a no man's land. Like, it's just this like big wide open kind of create your own kind of adventure. And so I don't know, there's going to be a lot of new maps that come out, but I'm hoping that, from what I looked at, I went and kind of checked it out a little bit, it could be a good map to like end off our series of when we go back to the States and we start like a really big operation there, because it's just big wide open plots. Really, we can kind of create whatever we want. So when I seen that map, I'm like, I think it'll be a good one to finish off our 3-part series. We'll go to Zelonka after this, and we'll do the lottery series where we spin the wheel and we just play the game how it tells us and see how much money you can make. And then I'm thinking the map, yeah, it's called New Frontier, and it looked pretty good. But yeah, all right, guys, I'm off. I gotta go get my miles in here and then go to work. So thanks again so much. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye now.